You're listening to the Betoota Advocate's weekly news wrap on Desert Rock FM 96.5.
Hello and welcome to the Betoota Weekly News Bulletin. Hope it's been an alright week. It's been a very busy week here in the newsroom for myself, Wendell, Hussey and Euphemia Bateman, who joins me in the Desert Rock FM studios. Once again, Effie, how are you travelling?
Really well, but counting down the hours until I can have a glass of wine.
Yeah, fair enough. That is absolutely fair enough. Look, Clancy's still laid up with the hip replacement stuff, and Errol, I believe, has just landed. He's gotten off the boat, but he's come down with something again as well. So
he has.
We might not see him for a little while. I think he had COVID and gastro on the cruise. Now he's just picked up something else. Obviously, fingers crossed it's not the dreaded pox, but yeah, it's been a busy week here in the newsroom.
We're all falling apart here.
Yeah. It's real skeleton crew stuff at the moment.
First it was your banjo string, and I think that was a domino effect for
and then
the whole office.
That's what started it all. And I'd argue that's probably worse than everything else.
I agree.
I don't know. Clancy reckons the hips are bad. Anyway, that's something that we can look forward to in the future, Effie. But they do always say the news doesn't stop for anybody, and it rolls on, and that's certainly been the case this week. We're going to start off with a bit of a national story here, aren't we, Effie?
Yes. So Coles has thoughtfully unveiled a new ad campaign showing how you can feed the whole family for under $10.
Yeah, this is exciting times. The nation's second biggest supermarket cartel has hit the airwaves this week with a fresh new campaign that has an old face and an old familiarity.
Yes, you might remember those famous ads where Curtis Stone, and originally, I remember when they first came out, everyone was like, who is this guy?
Yeah, Surfing the Menu, I think he came from, a small ABC TV show.
There you
That's
go.
where he got his start. Celebrity chef Curtis, yeah.
But yeah, basically he would show you how you could feed the family for $10. And, well, Curtis is back, and he's rolling out some exciting recipe ideas for families across the country. And the first ad is basically a packet of the cheapest, most processed sausages known to mankind, which usually don't involve any meat at all, I'm pretty sure. A single capsicum and a single carrot.
He doesn't actually go into what you do with that. I think it's maybe fried, and he's banking on you having tomato sauce at home, and maybe you dice it and all that sort of stuff. I don't know. Couldn't afford the onion, so it's just the carrot and the capsicum with the sausages. And it's believed that there's going to be more ads rolled out over the next few weeks with looking at things like the popular mee goreng noodle. There's a rice and soy sauce dish, and also pasta, tomato sauce, no cheese, just pasta, tomato sauce, and maybe some fried onion in with that one. So certainly things to look forward to.
Uni meals.
Yeah, exactly. We're leaving uni meals.
What would you have for uni?
First year apprentice
meals. What was
meals.
your specialty? I think mine was mac and cheese.
Potato and onion. Potato and onion, quite delicious. I do have European heritage, Polish heritage. That's a real staple.
Was that like a
bit of butter if you can afford
baked
it.
potato? Like
No, fried. You fry up.
Fry it,
You just slice a potato and fry it with onion. You can boil it before you fry it. But yeah, it's really quite tasty. Now, look, received quite well, this ad campaign, but Brian Grant, one of our followers on social media, he left a comment on that article where he wasn't a big fan of it. He said, no way you can get a single capsicum for under $10. Fair enough. Regional Queensland, he might be shopping, out on Betoota Plains there where you probably can't get a capsicum for under $10. But for city slickers, this is probably a relevant recipe. Anyway, we'll move along.
Yes, and up next, an airline posting massive losses can somehow still afford giant salaries and bonuses for executives. Yes, Qantas and its subsidiary Jetstar, I didn't know that. There you go, have fronted the media this week claiming the company has posted a massive loss of $860 million, which has absolutely nothing to do with offsetting the massive profits they're about to rake in over the next couple of years.
Yeah, nothing to do with paying accountants to organise things to ensure they don't pay tax until probably 2026 or 2027. But anyway, despite apparently running at a massive loss, the CEO of Qantas, Alan Joyce, says he and his executives are deserving of tens of millions in bonuses. Speaking exclusively to The Advocate, he said, I know we are posting record losses and the company's public standing is at an all-time low, but we've done such a good job managing the company that we do deserve these giant pay packets. That's just the way these things go. The man who lives in a $30 million house in Sydney said he used to pay himself like $25 million, so he's only paying himself 3 or 4 this year, so he's actually doing it tough. And moving on to some international news.
Yes, and the Finnish Prime Minister has faced heavy criticism for dancing when she could have been starting wars or something.
Yes, this follows that disgraceful saga involving the Finnish PM Sanna Marin, which has rolled on for another week. I think we're up to now 10 days of it. Basically, videos emerged where she seemed to dance with her friends at a party over the course of a whole night. Now there's been a couple of girls kissing, photos of that. I think someone got boobs out as well. But anyway, it's been apparently notable enough to land herself in multiple Australian newspapers and international newspapers on numerous occasions, with basically the world just being outraged over this disgusting behaviour from the Nordic leader.
Yeah, it's really appalling stuff, and as many people have pointed out, instead of dancing the night away, she could have been attending a gentleman's club, being taken out to dinner by a coal lobbyist, or just starting a war with a neighbouring country. I think she just needs to get her priorities right, if you ask me.
Yeah, fair enough. Stick to the job at hand. Simon Barnard Pascoe, he seemed to come out to bat for the Finnish PM, and he said if all this woman did was go out on the piss with her friends every single night, she would be doing less harm to the world and more for her people than most of the other countries' leaders in this world. Interesting. There you go. That's Simon's opinion. Now, finishing up, we've got a local story, and a local girl has held back tears as her hairdresser mistakes the below-the-shoulders request for the Lord Farquaad haircut. Effie, you spoke to this woman. Tell us about it.
Yes, a horror story for French Quarter woman Louise Flynn, who now says she's facing the prospect of not looking good for at least 3 months. This comes after she asked her hairdresser for a very simple cut, 1 inch below the shoulders, just above the boobs, straightforward, no layers, no fucking around, just quick slice.
Yeah, sounds very simple when you say it like that, but as the chunks disappeared, Louise found herself staring into oblivion and doing everything she could to stop the tears streaming down her face. Of course, she did politely thank the hairdresser she now hates and strolled off aimlessly to try and figure out what to do with her mop for the next few months of her life, Effie.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yep.
I mean, you can't really put it up in a bun because it's too short. I don't know what she's going to do there.
Well, that's what she's got to look forward to over the next few months, I guess. I wonder if she will go back to that hairdresser and
She
try
probably
again.
will.
Give
She
her a
probably
second
will.
chance.
Yeah.
Fair. Oh, well, there you go. I guess it's a bit of a sad note to finish on, but for everyone out there, I guess at least you're not Louise right now. So
Exactly.
things are looking good. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll be back at you again, kicking off next Monday. See ya.
See ya.